I was just talking to Brandon Bowen in the locker room, and he said this is the year. Like, this is kind of, I guess, the first year, or compared to the recent years, the offense has been doing better earlier in fall camp. So I think we're making good progress, and I definitely have more chemistry with all the receivers now, just from throwing after all the workouts in the summer. So I think we're doing good.
Can you describe what that process was like? You left spring, you knew you had to do all this work on your own, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
How much did you have to take the initiative? How was that? Because you're working with generally veteran guys in terms of taking them and being the leader.
Mm-hmm. I mean, everyone on the team knows the quarterback has to be a leader. So kind of just taking that step, and right when you come into a new place, you can't kind of just come in and just act like you're a leader. You kind of have to, get used to the guys and just kind of build relationships with them so they trust you, and then you can kind of step out and become a leader. So that's what I did, and I feel like I'm just becoming more of a leader each and every day.
Justin, how do you measure the chemistry component of that? Like, obviously when you're here in January and spring, you don't know most of these guys. When you get out there on day one of this camp, you said the chemistry's improved. Like, how is that apparent to you?
It's crazy because, like, literally, there might be throughout the whole summer, there probably was 5 days that we didn't throw. So after every lift, we would come out here on the turf field and throw. So I mean, just the difference, and just I know kind of how they'll run their routes and just kind of who can do what and that stuff. So just throwing with them just helped me a lot.
We saw Terry McLaurin was getting interviewed. He was at training camp the other day, and he was talking about his body language and how a quarterback can sort of anticipate where he's going to go based on how his body's moving. Is that the kind of stuff you're talking about? You recognize those things?
Exactly what I'm talking about. Just the different guys' body language and just kind of how they move and stuff like that.
Justin, when we talked to Coach Day about the quarterback competition and battle, whatever this month, he kept saying that when somebody has to earn it, you hadn't earned it yet. When you hear stuff like that, do you agree with it? Do you understand what that means? How do you take it when he says nobody's earned that job at this point?
I mean, yeah, it's just like Coach Day told me before I came here, it just wasn't going to be given to me. So I definitely think we're all trying to get that starting spot, of course, but we're just going to take it day by day and just try to improve every day as a team.
How does that work for your mindset when you're talking about trying to be the leader, you want to be the guy? I think all of us standing around you assume that you're going to be the starter. Can you allow that to be your mindset, or do you feel like this is a legitimate battle that you have to go in every day?
I don't try to think about it as a battle. Like, I'm not thinking I have to do better than this guy and this guy. I'm just focusing on I guess us as a whole, us as an offense, and just trying to get better each and every day. So
how much better do you think you are than you were at the end of spring?
I think I'm way better just in terms of fundamentals, throwing wise, and just kind of staying in the pocket presence and all of that. I think I've improved a lot from the spring.
Justin, like today, what do you know you got better at today that you improved today? What as you look back on it quickly?
So today I was just focusing on just speed of drops, and usually I try to focus on my stride. So just really speed of drops and just that pocket presence. So
how much you guys have y'all been under center these first 3 days of quarterbacks? Have y'all done that a lot?
Yes, sir, we have.
And what do you like that? What do you think about that?
Being at Georgia last year, we did a pretty good bit of it, so yeah. I'm used to it, and I definitely like that.
Had you done it before you got to Georgia?
No, sir.
Why do you like being under center?
It just mixes things up, keeps the defense honest, and it also will prepare me for the next level. So,
now the word is you ran a sub 4.4 in May. That's what your high school coach said. I mean, is that accurate?
Yes, sir. We ran 40s out here, and I think my laser was 4.43, and then the hand was like 4.38 or something like that.
So you're going with the hand?
You got to.
Exactly.
Was that a goal of yours to get under 4.4?
I didn't think I was going to run it that fast. My goal was to get under 4.45 laser, so I definitely achieved that. So I'm happy about that.
What does that speed allow you to bring? That, I mean, obviously we didn't see you run the ball in the spring game, but what element of your game is that going to bring if you have the ability to break a defense down like that?
I mean, that just brings the passing game out, and I feel like it'll open up our receivers and also open up JK because I guess read options. The DN has to stay with me, so it'll open up JK and then the passing game for us. So it should be good.
How important is this next week or two where you guys are all together in the hotel, and for you guys, particularly as quarterbacks? None of you knew each other. You didn't know Coach Yursich a year ago. I mean, to build that camaraderie and the chemistry you guys need to have a championship team, does this really start to build that with
Yeah, I mean,
this time coming up?
Although we've been together for a short period of time, it feels like we've been together for a long time. So just being with them every day, I mean, it just feels like we've already been together for a while. So it's definitely great to be around all those guys.
Just what was it like stepping into the portal? Like I asked Gunner, was there a lot of lights in there? Was it dark with the light in the tunnel?
No, it was just. I mean, of course, it was pretty much just like the high school recruiting process. You know, just talking to coaches and stuff like that. So it was pretty much just the high school recruiting process like over again.
I guess what I'm at, I'm being facetious there, but was it a little bit of a knot in your stomach, a little bit knowing you're going to make a big change in your life, or was it more of a relief that you're making
It's not really a relief. I like when things happen in my life, I just go with it. I mean, I feel like God has a plan with me, so everything that happens in my life, I just go with it and try to make the best out of it.
How strange are we seeing the future of college football now? Because all three, Chugginoff came here a year ago.
Yeah.
Are we seeing the future of college football in front of us here of quarterbacks moving on?
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, I have no idea, so we'll see what happens in the future.
With any
Justin, it seemed
quarterback.
like it took 5 or 6 games maybe for Dwayne to really start, I don't know, coming out of the shell as a leader, feeling comfortable with the offense and all the responsibilities that you guys have. Have you had many conversations with him about the process, how long it takes, anything you could do to speed it up, or any conversations with him for a first-time starter?
Not really. I mean, he told me that, well, Coach Day told me that he was kind of, quiet at first, but I'm just trying to take the initiative right now. I'm not trying to wait. I'm trying to get the offense on page. Like today, I think before team period, we weren't having the best practice like we were yesterday. I think yesterday we had a really good practice, but we weren't as good as yesterday, so I got all the guys together and I was like, we need to pick it up, blah, 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 and just all that stuff. So I'm just trying to, just become that leader of the offense. Just get all the guys together and just kind of just lead.
Justin, how do you deal with just the pressure of being a quarterback, especially at a place like Ohio State, and you're coming in and as the highest rated quarterback they've ever had? I mean, all that stuff. How do you kind of process that, not let it get to you, or embrace it?
Yeah, I mean, just like you said, you just got to embrace it. So, I mean, all this hype and all that, you just got to back it up. Just don't let everything get to your head. I try to stay even keeled and stuff like that, and just don't even listen to the outside people, and just keep my head down and work.
Is that the way you've always been, or was that something you've had to learn along the way?
Yeah, I think that's the way I've always been. I've never gotten like, I guess, too cocky. I mean, I don't really like people who like, I don't know, I just try to not have a big head, so I just try to stay humble as possible and just keep it moving.
What's been your impression of Gunner? What's been your impression of Gunner the last couple of days, especially?
First, he came here. He was kind of a quiet guy, but he's opened up to the quarterback room a lot, and he's definitely been trying to get the offense down. So I'm trying to teach him as much as possible, and all of the new walk-ons we got. So there's just everything, every question he asked me to just answer it, and we just try to get better with each other.
Is there any adjustment to the amount
Last
of
question right there.
turnover in this locker room as far as the quarterback is concerned?
You said what?
Is there any adjustment that you've had as far as getting to know guys in the quarterback room, the turnover they've had?
No, I think we're all cool with each other. We all like each other, so we just try to compete with each other each and every day just to get each other better. So that's our goal.
Is it weird the amount, since the moment you've gotten here, the amount of people who've come and gone?
No, not really. It's just the day and age we live in now, so just gotta deal with it and go.
Thanks, Justin.